Yo, yo, yo. What's up, everybody? Raul back here, and wanted to go ahead and catch up on this topic. Got a little list of all the videos that are coming up, all the different topics. You know, that way, I can go ahead and broadcast my journey and then help people, you know, throughout my journey and then help myself. All right, cool. So today's topic is being scared of taking a risk. And let's just dive into it. So, right now, okay, so I graduated the year of 2021. That's when I graduated high school, June 16th, 2021. And that was on a Friday. And then on Monday, previous to that, I had already been working with an insurance firm. And so, before I graduated, I was already studying for the state license. I was already going to meetings. I was already involved in that momentum, and I had momentum in that field, in that industry. Cool. So graduate June 16th, 2021. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, I'm in the office. You know what? No. I waited 8 days. I took 8 days off. I guess I took a week off, I guess. So then the following week, probably also already like the end of June, boom, I'm in the office Monday morning. And I'm excited. I'm excited because look, and check this out. I wasn't even of age to actually legally work for the firm. So I was just gonna, no, I was like, so it was in June, and my birthday is, you know, towards the end of the year. So I still had a couple months before I officially turned 18, and I can actually legally work for the firm, for the insurance brokerage. So I'm soaking in all the information I can right now, and I'm just doing my thing, right? I'm studying for my test. I'm showing up every day. I'm super excited. Um, you know, and then fast forward, I worked there for like about a year and a half. We went to all kinds of trips. Some of them were company sponsored. Beautiful, beautiful trips. Took me out of the country. We went out of state, and then some of them were out of pocket. But at some point, my journey, it was getting a little bit rough, and in terms of, I guess, I've always worked landscaping with my dad. So I went from this, work, putting steel toe boots on and to, like an office job, and I was trying to build this business, and I'm trying to recruit new people into my team for my brokerage and everything. I'm trying to make sales, but a lot of the times making the sales was a little bit difficult. Um, but I do give props to myself that I was able to turn nothing into something. I was able to sometimes get clients from thin air, bro, and it's crazy how I just had a great work ethic, man. I was on the phone, 100 calls, bro. Making all these calls, getting on appointments. But the pipeline, eventually started getting a little bit slower. Not making too many sales. And my parents questioning, hey, are you making any money? And I have I have pride. I have pride. So I never officially ever asked them for a loan. I never asked nobody, nothing, nothing, nothing. I paid everything. If I was going out of state for a convention or a meeting, I paid it. Uh, you know, but I struggled to make a savings. Because I was just making enough. Just essentially not exactly living paycheck to paycheck, man. But I mean, I never really saw like a pattern of, okay, I'm actually saving. I mean, I guess I was living paycheck to paycheck. I mean, just to cut the bullshit. Okay, so then last year or this year, like around March of this year, I left the brokerage, or no, like around. January, around January of 2023, like around January, like around the mid-January, January 9th, 10th, or the 11th, I decided to leave the brokerage. Now, I've known the people in the brokerage for a long time, maybe more than 2.5 years. Maybe, to me, it's a long time, I guess, because I would see them every day, every day. And we formed a really nice bond. They were my mentors. I know they really cared about, and they really did see the potential in my charisma or just the way I spoke to clients and whatnot. And yeah, it was a difficult decision to make to leave the brokerage. But regardless of that, I had my reasons. Maybe I didn't get too much deep into it, but regardless, I had my reasons. To leave. And to this day, I believe it's still the correct choice. So going back to the topic, being scared of taking a risk. Well, now that I'm not working for this brokerage, where does that leave me? Right? Because I was working straight commission, brother. No salary, straight commission. So I just imagine a couple days pass by. You don't make no sales. You're not getting paid. Maybe a week, maybe sometimes even 2, 3 weeks pass by, and you haven't made a sale. And yeah, I went straight into it. I didn't have a part-time job. I didn't have nothing. I just was straight grinding. At the beginning, it was great. I think like even that I think my top month, I probably made like $3,400 in a month. And like I'm like 18, $3,400. I was like, who, like that was, and then every other month I'll probably make an average of 2,000, $2,500. So straight commission, brother. So now I leave the firm. So now where does that leave me? And I went back to I went to retail. Not back because I never worked retail. I want to go work retail, auto parts. So now I'm working there right now, and I want to take, and I'm like stuck in this dilemma where I want to go and do a trade. And I've always liked this field. I've always liked this industry. But it also requires to have clients. And if you don't have clients, you don't you don't make money. So that had me, a little I had that in the back of my chest that I want to do something for myself. I want to do something big. I want to be able to scale something. But I guess, I just remember how sometimes it was rough. Didn't have no clients, making no money. Sometimes it was difficult to stay motivated. But I remember showing up every day. So what I wanna speak to you guys is, you know, you don't rely on your own self to make it happen. Always gotta put God first. Always gotta put God first. Don't think that by your own flesh you're gonna make it. Why? Because I guess me, I was doubting myself. I'm like, if I'm gonna step into an industry where I need to generate clients in order to generate income, it's gonna take time. And I'm thinking, what if I don't generate enough clients? And it's something where I don't really like using social media, so it's like I might require social media to get myself out there, but I don't like using it. So it's like I'm creating these excuses for myself, right? And I'm thinking, hey, you know, don't rely on your own flesh, to make, you gotta rely on God first. You gotta ask Him, hey, you know, what is is this the correct path to take? You gotta ask yourself, is this the correct path to take? And then there was an exercise that I did that I wrote down the qualities that I have right now. I might not have the skill set, but what are some qualities that can make me a good candidate in this industry? And that's why you gotta ask yourself. You gotta ask yourself, hey, what qualities do I have that can be used in the industry I want to work at, right? And then you gotta take some time to figure out what are those qualities. Are you good with people? Um, are you strong? Do you like jobs that require a lot of labor? Do you are you good on the phone? Do you know how are you good at marketing, whatnot? Like what, you can't be I can't be scared of taking that risk, and so maybe shouldn't you, right? Sometimes if you want to take that class, if you want to take that course, if you want to go back to school, all you what I suggest is just sit down and analyze. Write down a 1 year plan. Write down a 6 month plan. You know, it's very important. And I'm gonna make more videos about why it's important to have a schedule. Have a schedule because then you'll know what you need to do on a daily basis to hit your goal. Right? If 6 months from now, you know, you don't want to be working your 9 to 5, or if a year from now you don't want to be working 9 to 5, maybe you want to be going to school. Okay, how much money do you need to save up so you can go to school comfortably, right? And whatnot. Because, guys, you know, competence will always be compensated. If you're competent at something, you're going to be compensated. So you got to take a little bit of time off the social media, take a little bit of time off the music, and ask yourself, what qualities do I have in the industry I would like to work in? Google different industries. There's a lot of stuff. Don't be scared to take that risk. Do it one step at a time, but do it. That's where the confidence comes in. Com- you know, Confidence also breeds competence, right? If you're competent and you're going at it, and because guys, there's no such thing as so much planning or over planning. You can't over plan your life either. Yes, write it down. Organize your thoughts. Write a little plan down. But at some point, you need to execute. You can't keep planning and planning and planning. Imagine if the architect is just stuck in, with the blueprint, just because there's a million trillion ways to design a building. An example. There's all kinds of different cuts, colors, and just ways that you can, design a building. So imagine if the architect was to just stay brainstorming in the brainstorming phase, and never actually got to, running measurements and foundation and whatnot, and whatever it takes to make a building. You know, we would never actually have any buildings. So don't overplan anything. Organize yourself, right? And then after that, you need to execute, and that's what's gonna give you confidence, right? Because now you know that your plan is competent, and it's not gonna be perfect, right? And your plan might completely just fail, but then you adjust right away, and then you move forward. You adjust as you go, but as long as you have something to play out with, you adjust and you go. You adjust and you go. All right. Peace.